Good morning, brave awakened ones. Sorry, still losing my voice. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, giving you a nice view of the ocean. Going for a very early bike ride. Was knocked on my butt yesterday after an extremely powerful and wonderful conjuring that we did. All you new magicians out there, you new well, it's new to me too, the way I'm doing it. I'm just sharing the information as I go along. You know, the alchemist, the new earth alchemist out there, thank you for joining me. You know, we were over 50 strong doing our thing. And it was very powerful. And yeah, how interesting how I transfigured so much down to my hair color changing. That was like, whoa. And those orbs, those angels above my head, yeah, that was extremely powerful. So all you guys who joined in, don't forget, I delivered our package to a very lovely spot actually around here. A little further down the road, I had delivered it. Perfect in the roots of a beautiful tree, so Gaia can take that energy in and distribute it to you guys. That's the intention I put in there. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, and no, I don't say those nasty things. We all know it's the AI messing with me. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah, I already put it out there. Veronica of High Realm Holistics, medical empathic intuitive, certified holistic integrative health nurse, lightworker Sherpa, higher realm magic magician, and yeah, spiritual counselor and guide, intuitive, empath, Blu-ray starseed. Still wearing my copper to ground me because I was guided to by Archangel Metatron and Holy Amethyst and they placed like a copper rod within my body a couple of nights ago when I had an amazing interaction with them to incinerate some lower energies. So they guided me and they said, share that and to add the copper to all the higher realm magic that I'm doing, all the alchemy I'm doing. I wanted to talk to you guys about having empathy for the collective asleep, partially asleep. What was that? A huge iguana taking a dive. Partially asleep humans. I know it's difficult. Okay, yesterday I was with my little nieces, my tween nieces, at a store. And I had a couple of those, they were in their younger 20s, a male and a female, excuse me, a male and a female approached me. They're selling cable, okay? And first I was like, no. And then I was like, let me help them out. It's not like I watch TV. Maybe I can get a better price since mine just jumped up $10, for my internet. So I decided to talk to them. And they were saying, yeah, we have this ultimate speed and our box has, you could hook up whatever, that's Cerna or whatever, that thing that talks to you and monitors you and watches you. And apparently their boxes have cameras on them now. This is just their cable box, okay? And modem. Cameras on them, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I'm like, you guys on 5G already? And they're like, they had no idea what 5G was, which kind of blew my mind. They did not know what 5G was, even though my 12 and 13-year-old nieces knew. But again, I have to remember where they're coming from. They're coming from me and my sisters, who know about this stuff. My sisters don't know as much as I do, but they know something. And, they have their teen brother and sisters who know about this stuff. So you should have seen my niece. They were like, oh, like, oh my goodness, like they don't know. and I was like, you guys don't know. And I had to school the young man. I was like, and at least they were open. I was like, that cell phone you're keeping in your pocket, the one reason why I quit working in critical care was because the amount of young guys in their 20s and early 30s that would come in and have testicular cancer and have colon cancer. And I know damn well it's because of that cell phone in their pocket, and women come in with breast cancer in the shape and they always used to say in the shape of the rectangle, oh yeah, that's why I always kept my cell phone. They get tumors right there. And I showed him my phone, which has the shungite, and my niece's phone. So I was like, what's that? It's like, shungite. It helps protect you, the EMFs. And then the young lady comes over who's helping another customer, and she goes, my biggest fear is cancer. What can I do? So I was trying to explain to them and stuff, and they were writing it down and looking it up on their phones. You guys like, well, you're telling me if I keep it there, it causes? I was like, yeah. And then the young lady asked me, what's the greatest cause of cancer? I said, actually, it's all the chemicals in your food. It's the shit that you eat. Second cause is all this. And when I said all this microwave noise in the air, all these EMF noise in the air, all this short waves, they had no idea what I was talking about. None whatsoever. And they kept me there for like 45 minutes talking to them, which was fantastic. The kids were getting annoyed, so I said, go try to find a movie, I'll buy it for you, just to like keep them quiet. But they kept me there for almost 45 minutes talking to me, asking me a whole bunch of questions. And that's how we red pilled them, okay? They did say some things that I was, when it came to the cameras on the boxes and stuff, I was like, I would never do that. Well, why? It's like, oh, are you one of those people who's like scared of the government? You're paranoid? I'm like, paranoid? I said, why would that make me paranoid, knowing that you're being monitored through your smart TV and all your smart boxes and all your smart devices? Well, what difference does it make? Here's the kicker. Here is the brainwash. Here is the mind fuck. That both of them said to me several times. If you're not doing anything wrong, what's the big deal? If you're not doing anything wrong, what's the big deal if you get monitored? What's the big deal? They could see you anyway. This crow just joined me. Chilling. Oh, that's Belle on my bike. Hello, crow. What's up? Say good morning. That's what they said to me. What's the big deal? I'm like, and I was like, well, they kept saying to me, oh, look at this. The crow's chilling on my bike. Hi, crow. I hope you're here to bring good intentions and goodwill, okay? I bring you good intentions and goodwill, too. And look at it, guys. Bye. Thanks for the blessings. So they said to me, oh, all that is such paranoia, because if you're not doing anything wrong, what's the big deal? It's not like you could stop them anyway. I said, and you're naive. I said, with all due respect, you guys are completely and absolutely naive. I said, why make it so easy for them? I said, if you're allowing it, they push it further and further and further to the point of total control over your life. Oh, that's so paranoid. Oh, that's just paranoid talk. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. The FBI and CIA, they monitor you anyway. You're always being monitored anyway. You're in the street and you're being monitored. Yeah, don't make it easy for them. Say no. I said, and you don't know how powerful you are just by saying no. Don't feed into it. I could tell I got them thinking. I could tell it clicked in their heads, especially when it came to the cell phone stuff and trying to explain to them what 5G is and how it's going to affect people. So at least it'll get them thinking. That's the hope. That's the best you could hope for when they're that asleep. When they're that asleep, okay? There's some people even more asleep than that who are completely blind to everything. They were blind to everything, but at least they were open to receiving. Generation Y, at least they were open to receiving the message. So don't go off on them. Don't call them stupid. It's about having empathy and understanding that you're coming from a higher place 9 times out of 10, you're an older soul, or you're a star seed, or even if you're not a star seed, you're a light worker, because not every star seed is a light worker, not every light worker is a star seed. And there could be an older earth soul who's been here for thousands of years, who's not an evolved earth soul, okay? And you could be a younger, manifested soul, but your soul was manifested from a higher place, so therefore you are vibrating higher. It gets complicated. It's not as easy as some people make it out to be. It gets rather complicated because, soul age is separated by thousands, tens of thousands, millions and billions of years. Okay? I mean, the beings whose souls are billions of years old and, hundreds of millions and tens of millions of years old, they're vibrating way too high to take up a meat suit. Okay? They're aberrations. They come as aberrations. Like the first interaction I had, like face to face, was Lakshmi. I didn't even know who the heck she was, because I grew up, as a Catholic, Catholic school all the way through college. So I was like, who the heck are you? So, but like her soul is, tens of millions of years old. So she would never take a meat suit, but she could appear as an apparition, just like Yeshua could and Thoth can, and walk the earth, and you think like they're walking in flesh, but they're not. They're an apparition because their souls are vibrating too high to take a meat suit. So yeah, just wanted to share that, to have some patience. I know it's like, but how much more patience? We're running out of time. Yeah, we are, quote unquote time for this ascension period, because we are in the flesh. We are in this density. There is such thing as time. All right. It's wacky right now, but there is such thing as time. So, give as much information as you think they can digest. Could you imagine if I went with those two kids, with those 20-year-olds, so Generation Ys, and just started piling on all the information, started talking about higher magic, started talking about ascension. They didn't even get to stage 1 of awakening. Well, they are. Curiosity. They're only at stage 1 of awakening. Am I going to go hit them with all this stuff? It's like hitting a first grader who's just learning 1 + 1 is 2, and hitting them with trigonometry. That's the best analogy. Imagine going to a little first grader who's just learning 1 + 1 is 2. But the way they have it right now in this freaking world, because it's your feelings, maybe they feel 1 + 1 = 55. Who knows? With the stupidity going on. Again, those people who buy into that ridiculousness, they think they could undo principles of nature and principles of the universe, which is the same principles of nature. They're extremely asleep. This ascension time probably ain't for them. But those who are like those two that I met at the store, they kept me there for 45 minutes. They kept saying, oh, but we can't do anything, because they felt powerless. And it's about empowering them. And that's what I did for that 45 minutes, even though I had better things to do. But no, I can't say I had other things to do. But what's better than helping two youngsters awaken, or even if they're not young, they could have been 50. They could have been my age. I've had plenty of people my age approach me. So what's better than assisting them to get to their awakening, and to get to the first level or the second level or third level of ascension? Because it's a vortexing up, or you could vortex down. It's a step thing. It's a vortexing up. So you hit an awakening stage like those two were, and then when that settles in, then you go to an ascension. Then you get another awakening. Then you go to that ascension stage. Okay, so that's the way it works. All right. Peace. Namaste. We got this. They're coming to, and they're going to get jolted even harder awake. Let's just put it that way. We all know things are coming out. Sorry, bugs. Things are coming out fast and strong, and 2019 is a year of opening that Pandora box. All right, join me. Go to higherrealmholistics.com if you want to book a session. My next webinar is going to come up. Oops, sorry guys. My next webinar is going to be coming up. Not sure exactly which day I'm going to do it on. It's going to be about healing relationships. Healing relationships, because I had to do it for myself, for me and my son, to completely try to heal mend our relationship, heal all the old wounds. So I might do it Saturday coming up. Depends. I have to check the astrological chart to make sure, you know, we have really the right energy and everything coming up with the alignments and all. Okay, so I'll let you guys know. I'll do a video, I'll put it out there. So go to higherrealmholistics.com if you want the recording of last night, which I'll be putting out later today, and the previous recordings for hex removal, and for generating money, you know, a lump sum of money, manifesting a lump sum of money. So, you know, now's a really amazing time to do some magic, because I wanted to let you guys know the moon is in direct alignment with the galactic central sun. And the way it was shown to me by my oversoul is that the moon is acting like a reflector, like a magnifying glass onto here, which is why you'll see extremely thick spraying. Look at these skies. It's been like this. I haven't seen it this bad in such a long time. Look at this. It's been nonstop. You'll see extremely thick skies, lots of spraying, because they're really trying to block that energy, because it's so powerful, which is why the copper also, and I'm wearing copper on my necklace to ground in that energy, for us to act like lightning rods, basically, to ground that energy in to Gaia. So that'd be cool to do. All right, Lady V out. We got the victory. Bye.